Hey, Fox here. Today we got a shopping spree. I got 13 million coins to do it. I am going to get a whole lot of glitchy players. The first one I went with was Randy Moss on his power-up because I wanted to use my power-up pass, and I figured he's still the best use of it on my team, at least in my opinion. Still a very solid receiver. If I'm not going to put him at my number, 3, it could be a number 4. I could throw a deep route runner, put him in for certain positions, but still a very good receiver here. Now, this shopping spree, I'll link to the whole VOD. I did this on Twitch. So that's why my lips don't match up with the guy speaking on your face. I'll link to it on Twitch. I'll try and do the timestamp when it starts. If not, I'll just write it right next to that in the description below. But shopping spree, I believe I was the first Madden YouTuber to do shopping spree. Somebody can fact check that, but I'm fairly certain that's accurate. But I know a lot of other people are doing them now, but it's still special to me, damn it. This is still fun to do, so we're going to keep pumping out these things, even though, a lot of other people do them now. So 13 million coins. I did the solos for NAT Darius Slay, else that would have cost me another, 400k plus at the moment for what he's going for. I believe their actual prices are going up. People were questioning why they're going up. Here's the LT set. So I got the Slay. I got 4 more. I was doing math in my head what to do, which one I wanted to do, because I know I'm going to get LT and I'm going to get a lot of these Harvest players. So I ended up going ahead and making the LT set instead of the Peyton set. Not that it really mattered that much. They both, it's a horse apiece. They're both going for the same amount of coins. So we got Mahomes. We ended up getting Miles Jack here too. We ended up, just buying them up to put in the set to make them for the NAT. I think I skipped to the end of the set here when I buy the last one. Anyways, yeah, but the trick with this set is you buy the cheapest one on the block, because then when you fill it out, you get it back. You get to choose whatever 5 you want, so just buy the cheapest one possible. So is at 390. We'll just take Thielen there. So putting together LT, kind of a blast. It's always fun to complete sets. I don't know what it's about sets. Just there are some people that know they're gonna lose coins on set, but they still do them. Maybe it's just the completionist in us as human beings. We need to see things through to the end. I don't know. But here's the reward pack, the round 1 for Mr. Lawrence Taylor, the original LT, at least from my knowledge. I'm sure there was many other LTs in history through the time, but look at that animation on the 93s plus. Oh god, that's really nice. I would have rather seen that animation out of like regular packs and actually pulled the 93. But whew, man, it's like what, Superman and his Fortress of Solitude. Just went a little yellow. Little yellow bellied. So I'm trying to decide who I'm going to pick. I decided to pick a bunch of defensive players. I think Jason Peters will be my left tackle on my team. This is the day before I knew Alan Page is coming out. So I take McCoy because I'm not going to use Thielen very long. I don't see myself using Kamara as an NAT running back. A lot of these guys will end up being training fodder. And Mahomes, I rotate through running backs and quarterbacks so fast, and that's why I didn't choose either of those two. So mistake or not, I think I chose the right guys that are going to be kind of depth pieces for my defense. Miles Jack's a great 4-3 outside linebacker. At the end of this video, I'll go through like a lineup update. I'll show you a lot of their stats, talk through that. But this is basically the spending, at least at the moment. So there's Lawrence Taylor, Slade, Jack, Peters, Casey, McCoy are the ones I ended up taking for my team. I ended up buying Mahomes to lead my quarterback. He'll be sold back fairly soon. So I got a lot of pieces in my defense. I think I'm just going to add them to the lineup here. I think this is in double speed, but I might want to bring it up to triple speed. Let me do that right quick. So here we are. We're back. I'm moving like Steve McQueen. Super fast. Miles Jack there at outside linebacker. My defensive tackle. I put McCoy here. I know who I want at number 1. I think you guys know, me being a Steelers fan, who I want at number 1 at this time. To the best knowledge that I had, who my number 1 defensive tackle is going to be. Of course, like I said earlier, I didn't know Alan Page is coming out the next day. Well, we'll be adding those two. We'll be getting footage of this team up on YouTube. Do you guys want to see gameplay, or should I just put up reviews like normal of a lot of the cards? So I'll be getting up reviews over the next few days of most every player you see. Maybe not the linemen. I know people don't really watch the lineman reviews. Night Train Lane is somebody I've had. I think I did a review on him also, but I think I'm gonna add him back to the squad because I've been doing a lot of like safety subbing when my guys that I'm facing. Like there are certain players that you play online are just like the stretch dive experts, or well, quote unquote experts. There's not that much. I don't think there's a lot of skill gap running the ball. I know a lot of people disagree with me on that, but I believe passing has more of a skill gap than running the ball. Anyways, I've been subbing safeties in a lot more for my corner, so I decided, you know, just get somebody that can do them both. Just get the Night Train Lane that's basically a safety at corner, even though maybe his block shed isn't as high as you'd want it to be. It'd be cool if you sub like a linebacker out there. Would I put like Miles Jack at cornerback? Would he be able to play? I think he'd be a great cover 2 system cornerback. Who else would be a solid? I mean, obviously any like Ray Lewis, a Shaz cover 2 corner. You know, somebody with speed and some sort of momentum, some violence. So the offense, looking through it, looking at tight ends, I'm going to get a 700,000 coin tight end. Looking at Kellen Winslow, I like him because of his mix of speed, height, and, well, really everything. And he's a 94 tight end, so he better be able to play effectively on the roster. So there I'm looking back and forth. I decide that is a fine. That's a perfectly cromulent price for a tight end. I think he's held pretty steady on that. It was nice because I bought the dip, so I talked a lot. I talked in the market Monday that I sold my team, but I did not expect Thanksgiving to give us quite this amount of like high-end cards. Looking at Thanksgiving history, it was always like one high-end card as the master, like a couple 91s, and then like 6 90s that were gonna get transformed into 93s if they had a good game. So we got the 90 to 93 potential coming. You know, the Gallaudays, the Turkey Trotters, and I'll be doing a video on those. Talking about which Turkey Trotters to get. Hunter Henry's my backup tight end. I got him for his run block and his run block only. Jimmy Graham here will be my substitution spec catch expert with the go deep cam. Get that spec catch as high as basically Jimmy Graham can jump and touch the sky. He is up there touching airplanes with the amount of high point passes he can get. So 90 to 91, I am going to get a fullback here with lead the way. Going to go into become a Wham X for myself. Wham is super powerful if you guys can mix that in either at a single back bunch ace or deuce close. Lorenzo Neal is a goddamn stud. He needs to be anybody with lead the way. Leading a block is great. Deion Sanders, we ended up buying him, so we're gonna put him up. I don't know if I had the clip of me buying Deion, but I bought him, and I'm gonna add him to his upgrade to bring him back onto the roster. So he still has the pick specialist chem. I'm kind of torn. What do you guys think between pick specialist and tip drill? What are your favorite? I started adding tip drill to all my new corners, but I think I'm gonna keep him a long time because I feel like tip drill's actually kind of bailed me out quite a bit. Where pick specialist, Deion's just going to probably pick it anyways, right? Pick specialist will probably also light up on tip picks too, though, right? Because it boosts the hands anyways. So we're camming up and we're adding Lorenzo Neal. We're adding lead the way onto him. We already own it, so the ability chemistry slot just costs 5 trainings in order to get something that we already have. So already owned, which is nice. That's the good thing about powers, that keep that knowledge that you already have them. If you have like a regular guy, like a boss, like Mean Joe Green, I had to rebuy, and then I didn't have his red chem unlocked, unfortunately. Adam Thielen, I was buying him for, what, 10K less than this a little bit before, but I decided to bite the bullet because I just wanted to get the team going. So Thielen on the squad. We're trying out all of the Thanksgiving cards, all these 93s. I wonder if we can max out on 93s. If every single 90 hits their goal, how many, we would get, what, 8, 14 93s plus 2 95s in this promo. Good God. Molly. So Blitz promo's coming up. Paul Krause, I decided to get. I was really thinking about getting Lott, but I was worried about the Legends the next day, and I was like, I'll just try Krause. We haven't got a free safety in a while. Lott, I think, is holding down the Legend market. We got Dermonte Dawson. We decided to end up, checking his price again. So with the free safety market, we haven't got one in a while. I think Lott is kind of like the standard bearer there, and EA, they've been pushing a lot of guys to strong safety. So we end up buying Dawson. The next day, Matthews gets released, but we don't know that. So it's a Steeler anyway, so big whoop, right? Want to fight about it? We ended up, I think, having to chem him up, or having to power him up. Walter Payton, I buy at $957. Not a bad price for Walter for the day. I think he's still over 1 million coins he's going for normally. So Harvest players not dropping in price, still super expensive. Walter Payton, of course, you'll be getting some video or a review of him. Lawrence Taylor here. We look at him. We see like that's kind of high price. I don't know if I want to upgrade him because he went so high. We decided to end up buying it anyways because he went up in price. Same thing happened with Slay's flashback. It went up in price dramatically with that power up. So a lot of people got that Slay. We ended up getting Franco Harris as another fullback just to be our truck specialist. I'll go through all the chems again at the end of the video, or the whole lineup and all the chems added to the cards. This is kind of just the shopping part of it. Mean Joe Green, we also added to the squad as defensive tackle to basically dominate the interior of the D, hopefully. We're buying guys for chems now. I'll talk about the chems when we get them. We got Jones as the backup strong safety. I had Amos before, but I decided to cheap out on Jones because I don't really use because I got Night Train Lane. I don't need Amos to be my sub safety, so I got Dawkins to be my backup free safety, to be that run stuffing cornerback that I sub in if I'm going against somebody that's running the ball a lot. I could take Dion out, take Slay out, or basically keep Night Train in. Here are Rising Stars I'm gonna end up buying for chems. I sped this up 300%. So we bought Roulier. We also did his 2. We bought a bunch of him. We chased down his silver sets and put them into it. So here it is, me just buying a bunch of them. I think I cut out the silver set part of it, but I will show the upgrade for him. It seems like people might be. I've had a lot of questions on Rising Stars. It's kind of a beginner question, like, hey, how do you do it? You got to put them into the set to get their tokens. Then you take the tokens to put them into the card. Do I like Rising Stars this year? I think I was initially very skeptical and didn't really like the program. I think they did a decent job. We just got a little glitch there, but we overcame it by resorting. So do I like them? I think it's fine. With the kicker, we went with Myers. 214 I thought was a perfectly fine price for what I think he's him and Anderson are the best kickers in the game right now. Being able to get that red chem on him. I've missed a lot of field goals due to legs this year. I've also started to get timed out of games. You guys getting a lot of disconnects? Like, it's like your connection. I'm streaming at the same time, but they kick me because my connection. I don't know. Really jerk move by EA. Started to kick me lately out of games. But focus kicker will hopefully stop me from getting lagged out of kicks, because that's happened to me more than a few times. Kind of annoying when that happens. All right, next up, we decided to go with the punter. Let's just get somebody with a big leg. Trez Way's got 90 punt power, or aka kick power. So we'll decide to take him. We got Hack there. Hack was kind of like a kickoff specialist slash, because he was so fast, slash punter. So we decided to go with, might as well spend the 40K. If it's a God Squad, it's a God Squad. We're getting them. Here's the next morning. I decided to buy Alan Page, Mr. Page on the roster. Welcome to it. We're almost getting to the live version, going through it where I'll record and talk through all the chems that I got on the players. We decided to get Daryl Green too, just under 1 million coins. We will take him on the roster. All right, I will see you guys in a second, and we will talk through the full finished product. All right, so here is the finished product. Mahomes at quarterback, Walter Payton, Ricky Williams, Saquon Barkley. My wide receivers are Mr. Megatron. Tyreek's in the number 4 spot. Moss there at 3. I haven't chemmed up Moss yet. I'm thinking about adding that deep route runner like I talked about onto him. We'll go through the stats in a second. I just want to start off the full offensive formation like you guys saw. So Mahomes stats. We'll look through the chemistry on the right here. We got zone run, go deep, lockdown, pass rush, power run, run stuff. Run stuff isn't active because of the changes today to my defensive line. I think I might bring that up, but I'm currently debating run stuff right now because not a lot of my active starters are using it. It's more pass rush. But we'll talk about it on the defensive side. So Mahomes here on offense. We'll compare. Look at his stats. Now I've had a little trouble with him. I'll talk about it more in his review. But he's made some very questionable throws that I don't know why he's missed them. Throw on the run 92, throw power 97, deep actually 90. So it's all the technical quote unquote thresholds. I'm not believing thresholds as much as I used to for quarterbacks anymore. Stafford there's the backup for chem purposes for offense. Walter Payton here. We will compare him to Mr. Ricky Williams. So I put power run on Walter Payton to get his break tackle up to 99 and his trucking's up to 91 now. So he can do it all. Obviously, you'd want a faster guy. I don't have John Madden speed yet. I will be getting that in maybe like a week or two when I get enough head-to-head badges. I think I'm over halfway there, but we're just making our way there on our own. So there's the Walter Payton. I worry about the carrying only being 91, not having zone run to boost that up 3 like I do on Ricky Williams. So the power run, that's why I got like these backup linemen here. The chase that you saw me to get was to get that power run boosted up. That's just for Walter Payton. Walter Payton's like the only guy that I actively use with power run just to get that for those extra break tackle and trucking, just to make him glitchy. But all my starting offensive linemen all use zone run to boost the running. Lane Johnson also gets the power run, so he's got a double because he's a diamond. I got his diamond. Did I show me buying his diamond on the thing? I don't think I did. Anyway, so that's the lineman. Pretty standard across the board. We'll just show Lane Johnson compared to Jason Peters over there. So he's up with the pass block, run block, both at 93. Even though the pass block power, pass block, finesse, that means more than pass block. Run block matters quite a bit. So there it is. There's Dermani. I got red chems on each one of my linemen. Secure protector, and then lead the way in my guards and identifier in my center, because my guards I pull on tosses and occasionally like an 0-1 trap. And then my secure protections on the outside, I need them a little bit more out there. But a well-balanced offensive line. You know, there's always room for upgrades here, but I think these guys have been good enough. I got Sitton because he's one of the very few left guards that actually get to lead the way. He's a little bit slower than I'd like to see, though. So I might end up, you know, it might be a little bit before I upgrade the offensive line. I'm fine with them at the moment. They're not like tippity top in the interior, but they're swell enough and good enough. Otherwise, my receiving core, Megatron, you guys have seen me talk about Megatron and drool over him. Moss, you know, an old card, an oldie but a goodie. You know, he still stacks up pretty well to cards of these days, even though a lot of defensive backs are not faster than him. You know, Mr. Megatron isn't that much faster than him either. He's actually not at all. Spec catch, still up there. Deep route running, medium route running there. The catch of traffic could be a little bit higher. Thielen here, we'll compare him to that. Not bad either. I like tall boy wide receivers. I like high point passes near the goal line and guys that can go up and get it. Even though I've been able to, you know, throw high points to Tyreek Hill and he's gone up and got him a little bit. So as long as your quarterback doesn't completely sail it, I think even shorter receivers can go up and grab it. So Thielen, slowest receiver. I'm trying him out. You'll get a review of him, see my thoughts on him. He's been a little bit better than I expected, but yeah, that's the offense right there. So it's feeling good on offense. My defense is where, ooh, hum daddy, where some studs hang out. The Lawrence Taylors, the Miles Jacks, the Slay, the Dale Green. We got Alan Page and Mean Joe. We switched to a 4-3 today with Lawrence Taylor. I subbed down at right end, and man, is it mean. I might get a right outside linebacker coverage guy outside of Anthony Barr. I'll think about that because Anthony Barr right now, he's not terrible. He's not great with the CPU, but he's not like a liability. What's nice, let's take a look at Miles Jack with the boosted up lockdown chem. So we'll compare Miles Jack. He gets 90 zone coverage. Once I scroll down here, spoiler alert, 90 zone coverage, not bad. So he's somebody that you want to have in zone. 86 speed is what it is. It's good for a linebacker, but not for like a DB. You get something like a safety that would have that same zone, but faster. Kraus, I got Dawkins there. Derwin James, a lot of people a few people ask me on stream, why do you still use Derwin? I mean, Derwin's still good. Like, Derwin still plays the ball really well. Like, I like tall defensive backs, tall safeties. So I got two guys that are 6'3". I appreciate it. Even though I've seen Daryl Green go up in Moss wide receivers, so I don't completely believe in height, I still think it matters quite a bit for like high point passes and especially important for your safeties. I think they took weight out of the hit power equation according to Clint, but it feels like big guys get better animations for tackling at least. So having a strong safety out there that's 6'3" with 92 hit power, 89 speed is still very respectable, and he hits that 90 zone threshold with Madden and 92 man even. So pretty good there for everything. Like what would you need a safety for? Cover 2, cover 3, cover 4. He uses all that. He does all that very well in each one of those systems. He hits like both the hit power, the man, the speed, the heights, so like the ranginess and the cover 2. Lawrence Taylor, this guy's, I mean, you guys are gonna drool. I drooled when I first saw this. Like, look at these stats. This is a golden ticket. 99 power move, 97 finesse move. The block shot's 97. Like, people are debating between power move and run stuff. Out my way is there, so there's no reason to get run stuff or more block shed. You know, no reason to get the extra chem for run stuff to get the 99 block shed because I'm always gonna toss him if they're coming at him distance. Otherwise, he's gonna insta shed. Well, not insta shed, but 97 block shed plays really well. So I've liked this card quite a bit, and he just got an upgrade. So one of the best, like one of the top 2 defensive players becomes like the best defensive player in the game. Shaz here. Shaz is Shaz. You know how he plays. Well, glitchy. 91 zone he's up to. We'll take a look at Alan Page, one of the new additions to the squad today. 99 finesse move, 93 block shed. You can argue he should get more block shed. You can argue maybe getting Alan Page more block shed, but you get this guy for that glitchy finesse move, right? To get the 99 finesse move to beat guards up the middle. Maybe they don't have a good pass block finesser. I think Max got a pretty bad pass block finesse, so Alan Page will eat Max dinner. But 83 speed, so he's faster than every single other defensive lineman I have, even my ends. So that's, I mean, perfect spy, perfect pass rusher. Against the run, maybe you'd like a little bulkier, a little stronger, but I saw him shed a lot of dudes in the run and play it very respectably today. Otherwise, Mean Joe Green here is, of course, you guys have seen his stats before. Really nice. 99 power move, 97 block shed. So he's my other defensive tackle. I got some undersized, old school defensive tackles here. Did not have much trouble stopping the run up the middle. Had a little bit to the edge, like normal. But, you know, sometimes, I guess there was a few. Inside zone, still a little bit of a problem to stop. I think that's still a little bit too powerful, in my opinion. Bosa here, off the edge. I was thinking about, I don't know, maybe I should trade in Strahan, get Rice, and then just run Bosa off the edge, because Bosa versus Strahan. Bosa's up to 98 finesse, 95 power. Not bad. I do prefer finesse moves this year, and you guys know, but Bosa's block shed's bad. Okay, don't get me wrong. But Bosa gets some pretty glitchy animations there getting to the quarterback. He is fast off that edge. So 79 speed, not exactly like, you know, he's not a burner, but he does get those nice, you know, swim, power move, finesse move stuff off the edge. He can got it all. Otherwise, Darrell Green, another addition to the squad today. The cornerback, 96 overall. Compare him to, maybe go compare him to Sanders, somebody who's pretty close, but 98 man coverage with 95 speed. Him and Sanders, put him on the outside. Don't press him, because their press are really low, so don't put press, but like a cover one system with them, a little bit off the line of scrimmage. Wow. I mean, no receivers faster than them, and their man coverage when they're both chemmed up, just gorgeous. Oh, it's Night Train Lane. He would be out there too. We're testing out Slay. Slay has made some absolute phenomenal plays. I think Slay has moved up from my number 2 to my number 1 best 93. Well, technically number 3 to number 2, because Taiwan's number 1. You got to get this Slay card. You have to. I will end up, once I buy his flashback, I'll have his zone up to 99, man up to 99. So everything will be +1 here. So I'm just waiting on that. Once that rate goes back down to his regular price, which I don't know how long it'll take. But there's the defense. Glitchy is all heck. Jarrell Casey here. He's kind of like, I kind of like glaze over him, but he's still a really good card. 96 block shed. You know, he's the run stuff. So he's like the only defensive lineman that I have run stuff on now. So I think, because I have a lot of guys with backup run stuff, and then McCoy's here, you know, McCoy's just sitting here as my DT3 on goal line situations only. Still decent, 95 block shed, really good, but so I'm not that concerned about run stuff. Only one guy has them, and I sub them out for Lawrence Taylor now. So run stuff doesn't really pay that much of a. It doesn't really do that much on my defense right now. So I might ignore it instead of, you know, I could max it out just to make it look good, but I don't think I will. I also got Madden D and, you know, these other chems here, red chems, of course, are beautiful. So that is it for the video. That's it. Oh, all right, let me show the special teams. Trezway, Myers, Dion's obviously my Turner. He is glitchy with the break tackle. He's like the best running back, best returner in the game. Probably will be all year until we get an updated Dion. Slot, Moss, it is what it is. Walter Payton's been running phenomenal for me, especially on aggressive. Put him on aggressive, have fun. I've been screwing around with playbooks. I don't know what offense I want to move to next, but I want to try something new, mix it up. Don't want to say the same thing all year. It gets boring. But that's it for the shopping spree and lineup update. Let me know what you guys think. Glitchy, I'm at a 93 overall. Wow, I thought I was at a 94 for some reason. I'm at a 93 overall, which is unfortunate. I could obviously get higher overall guards and stuff to boost it, but I'm fine. I think this team is great. It will play great for me. And otherwise, that's it. Thanks for watching. Call to action. I'll see you tomorrow.